Welcome back, everyone. We are on episode number 88 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In this episode, we have some things to start off with. We need to get some more steel made, so we're going to queue this up a little bit. Grab some iron as well while we're at it. And some of the other stuff that we need to do involves getting this area down here set up for the petroleum boiler that we're going to do. I've kind of decided to use this for the petroleum boiler because I've been playing with it on my own in my automation playground that I have. So I want to see if we can do this with a version that I drew inspiration from other content creators of. So we are going to try that out first before we do any sort of volcano taming method in order to use that for the petroleum boiler. I've just kind of decided to do that since we already have this setup in place, and to me that would make more sense to use what we already have instead of trying to struggle through something we've never done before. So that's where we are going to start. We're going to bring some obsidian in this build, and we need obsidian specifically because of the heat capacity, the heat melting point, right, is at 2726.9 degrees Celsius, and the liquid magma is at almost 1600 degrees Celsius. So we will have no issue with anything melting, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to create a liquid lock down here first before we break into this to create a portion of this petroleum boiler. So that's kind of where we are at. Let's before we even get to the petroleum boiler, we need to get petroleum, right? Or not petroleum, crude oil. So the next step over on the other asteroid is going to be, let's create a pump right over here. We're going to make it out of gold, so that way the temperature stays nice and warm. I mean, not so the temperature doesn't affect the building like it did the last time with cobalt. So we'll do that. We need to we'll use this over here. We don't want any of this crude oil that's gonna fall over into this area to get stuck in this section right here. So it's gonna just all naturally fall in one location. And then we are going to have, we need some more cobalt refined. That way we can put it on top of this reservoir here and this reservoir over here. So then all of it will drop over. And then another thing we need to do for this to work is we need to have piping go here. The other one we need to do is we want the piping to go from here down and over. This is going to be for the clean water. We're going to send clean water directly to the input of the other asteroid and all the way over here, since we have plenty of it, right? That way we don't have to refine it over here. Oh, yeah, that would be helpful. All this is done. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if this got done. I'm just double checking. We want to make sure there's no space exposure, right? We got hit by an asteroid, not an asteroid, a meteor right here, and that destroyed a portion of that. So we need to be on the, we need to put some bunkers here, but we need steel for that. So that'll be a little bit before we get to that. Okay. Our issue here we have is we did some extras. We made it to where we don't need to have some of these extra doors and the like, right? So we can change this around a smidge to get it to work the way we want it to. The other thing that we want to put in here is, so we have more power. Let's do a manual generator. Okay. I will add another one of these storage containers, but I don't think we're going to need a ton more. Let's look at the room size for the bedroom. The luxury barracks, you need 12. So it would be this minimum, right? Okay. And right now it is 17 tiles. So if we added, what is the requirement? It needs 1 decoration item. Okay. So if the trim counts, I hope it does, then we can move this over and then get 12 back into the bathroom to add an extra morale. Yeah, we can move this over. So we are going to deconstruct that, and then we're going to play around with the way this layout is. Okay, I think that'll be the best way to get what we need. We're gonna leave this one here so airflow goes through all the different areas. Let's see here. Radiation. It's not terrible inside of here. I think we may end up making some radiation pills. So let's go to consumables and just turn them off for everybody. That way nobody consumes them on accident. And then we'll have to turn it back on for whoever we decide is the person controlling the rocket. So we'll go over here, make some basic radiation pills, just in case. I'd rather just have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Okay, let's see. We have 1 pipe coming here out of the output that's going into a reservoir. It will drop down, probably go over here. This is going to be what we use specifically to just drop off some of the crude oil that comes through the pipe. And we need a liquid vent. There we go. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Yes. So we are going to need a lot of steel for this. Let me zoom in on here and see what else we don't need. We don't need those wires. Don't need those hydro sensors. This originally was an experiment of mine, and I've since then refined it to better suit our needs. And I hope it works out really well. That way it's not as daunting to make a petroleum boiler. So we'll see if it works out the way we plan it. Let's change that to a 9 because we need that done sooner. I want to get more obsidian because it seems like the more you have is probably better for this kind of thing. That also means we need to build these ladders. Okay. We haven't done anything with these grubs. I feel like we should do something with them, but we don't have that liquid sulfur tamed on the other asteroids, so we have not messed with that too much. Okay, so we need 12. This one we can deconstruct and probably just go in the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11, 12. Maybe? We might need to shift these over one. No. Yeah, we might need to shift these over just a smidge. It's one big room right now, and we don't need it to be one big room. We'll let them build all of that the way we want them to. Let's see if, Because the other one is the telescope, right? We would really like a telescope in here if we really could get it, but I don't think we can afford it with the amount of space that we're stuck with in this room. So we may need to do the telescope in a separate one, or we'll just have to play with this even further. I at least wanted to get the morale boost back from both of these, right? From the bathroom. I guess, let's see, if I come back here and I look at the radiation, it's only 17 rads per cycle in this. I suppose we don't really need it for the bathroom since they don't, I think I saw this in the comments. Someone commented and said we don't really need it for the bathroom as much, which makes sense. They're only in the bathroom like this for a few moments and then they're in and out. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can go back to what we had. And then, let's see here. I'm letting them use this because it's really far away from the regular bathrooms. So they're not rushing to get back and forth between the other two. Alright, how is this turning out? Did we get our cobalt? Oh, it looks like we did. We'll get some more, and then they're 200 each. That's not terrible. And then we make a... This goes to here. We're gonna need one liquid bridge going in this direction. And all the way over. Where else does it go? It goes down. And we'll just break apart that. We also need power, right? Power going here. Power going here and here. So we're eventually gonna need to like vamp up the grid here. I feel like, because right now everything is on 1, right? So we need to probably change the grid. The only problem is we can't, oh my goodness. I said it didn't have sand before, but we do have sand and it's all the way up here. And we can also use regolith as a filtration medium, which, thank you for that. I didn't know that. I've never used that as a filtration medium, but it makes sense. Oh man. Yeah, this is crazy. Kind of scary, to be honest. Seeing all this stuff get breaking apart. But we have some metal from that. We've got copper ore. Yeah, that's why everything's getting broken, because everything's getting hit by that copper ore. And it's really hot. Like, it's not chilly by any means. So we are going to have to fix the bunkers up and everything, or the blaster, right? Blaster would be probably better. Ooh, scary. Alright, let's go back to the other asteroid, make sure that we have stuff going on that we want. We need to... Let's see, is this the input? It is. So we go here and here. And since we're going to use... We're just going to send water. All we have to do is make a pipe. Plumbing, liquid pipe, go down and all the way over to this one. And then let's actually do that. Give us some of our materials back, right? You can never have too much of any extra material. Let's move you. I don't know why you're there. Alright, and then so there is some things that we could have done better. I think that some of the location and positioning of things is very important when you're playing this game, right? I'm still learning some of the specifics on a lot of the on the aqua tuners, for example. One of the comments did provide us that this thermo sensor should probably be the input next to the input of the thermal aqua tuner, because it gives you more control of the actual setup and how cold things get. So, you know, I do agree. I think that we could be using this in a more efficient manner and putting it in the right location. I'm gonna be honest, this setup is not ideal. Most people's first aqua tuner setup does actually bring them to something similar to this up here, where they have it attached to the metal refinery, right? Because that allows them to just continually make more and more and more without overheating the metal refinery. So, you know, that comment, I do appreciate it, because it is something worth mentioning, especially because I think getting into that mid game requires steel, and it requires getting a certain amount of materials. So thank you for that comment. I do appreciate that. Let's see, how's this going here? Okay, some of this has been built. We don't need to break into the abyssalite, but I just want it to look right, a little aesthetically pleasing, so to speak. How's this look in here? Okay, so this is 4, 4, and 4. That will be 12. Then we don't have to move this stuff down here. We want to change the piping a little bit. What I'm going to do is go up and down and around. Like that. Or so. And then we want to get rid of this bridge. And what we're going to do is we are going to change the way that this is set up with the oxygen. So this whole thing is going to be looped with oxygen, right? And it's just going to be filled up to the brim and end up directly into this square. What this is going to allow us to do is just have a bunch of it in queue to come out, just like we do with the water, right? We have water set up in this manner, so it allows all this to go back, because it's got, I think, a few different uses with each one of those circles. That's 10 kilograms of water, and the toilet only requires status 2,500 grams per use. So, you know, that gives you plenty of uses just for one of those blobs of water. How are we doing over here? This is one of the things that I'm not too, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm okay with, I'm not like crazy about it, and that's switching from asteroid to asteroid. It gets kind of cumbersome when you have a ton of them. So that's where I like, one of the things that I don't like about having to deal with multiple asteroids is you have to continually figure out what needs to be done on each one. So I think there's no real reason to have each one completely colonized with duplicants on it, because it gets way too crazy. You know, not to mention, I mean, we see how long the save takes every single cycle, right? So if you have more asteroids, the more asteroids you have, the more it has to save every single time. So just keep that in mind. It gets very difficult if you have a colony on every single one of those asteroids. Probably need to focus on one at a time, right? Yeah, it would be probably better to tame these and put them on a better line. Do we have someone that tames things here? I don't think we do. No. No husbandry. How about you, Joshua? Do you have husbandry? You have 3 in it. We haven't learned anything though. Okay, we're probably gonna send someone else over so we have a 3rd duplicate here. I'd rather have an extra one over there anyways. There we go. And this is probably why we are losing Atmos suits. There we go. And I think we haven't looked at our skills in a long time. Only a couple of people, I think maybe even one duplicate has the exosuit training. Which this negates the issue that we were talking about before, where we need to worry about anybody in an exosuit, they get the net -6 debuff, right? So it might be worth mentioning that if you have, let's see, I think it even tells you when you click on one of the duplicates. Come on, let's see. No, let's find. We'll just click on them all. There we are. All right, so if we pause for a second, we look at the bio, right? We have exosuit training, which is +2 to athletics, right? Suit sustainability, which is +2 athletics. Oh, and the suit sustainability allows you to have a longer life on the exosuits. That is nice. Okay. So these two combined is +4 on the athletics. So instead of the -6 we get, right, we get -6 right now because of the Atmos suit. But you've got, oh, exosuit training +2, +6, and +2. So that's way more. Yeah, it negates it completely. That is fantastic. Holy cow. So, I mean, it might be worth getting more than one duplicate with the exosuit training, just so you're able to not have that debuff. Let's see, one of the other things I wanted to do was start carving out more of the areas here. Yeah, I know, that was not even. What are you doing, Dom? There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Did we do... We've got a lot of steel. Actually, let's change some of this. We don't want all of that kind of stuff on here now. We want some steel, which we have quite a bit on. Not a major amount, but enough to probably get us through the day. Let's see, we want iron. Right, we want to be able to see these things. Lime would be good. And there's probably some other ones that's at least going to be important enough to keep track of. Okay, they started building what we needed to in the background. Let's look at the room overlay. Okay, so that counts as the washroom now, like we wanted it to. Let's look at the radiation. Yeah, it's not terrible. This is why we're going to have the extra rad pills. And then we've got this built over here. How much do we have coming in? 57 rads per cycle. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Again, we're gonna have the basic radiation pills, so that should be plenty. Instead of putting that there, let's actually put it here. This is gonna give us duplicate will be able to pick them up and like put the plastic right next to it right here. Okay, so that did not work the way we wanted it to. I thought that this would be enough, but it's not. So, what we could do is, no, that wouldn't work. I'm just thinking what the best way for that to be. We'll have to come back to this and look at it in a minute when that stuff's built. I'm thinking I want to try and get the telescope in there, and it's going to require some more finesse to figure out the best solution for that. All right, let's look at our research. So the reason that we need to continually send those rockets, right? We have 250, 250, 250. I may have said this in the last episode, but I'm just going to go over it again. That's 1,000 right there. 1,400. And then 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So 1,400 and 180, that's 1,580. So each time you send out a duplicate, you could probably get anywhere between, over 100 would be ideal on one launch, right? So that's probably what we're gonna achieve if we have all of the extras in there that we have now. Let's check on our folks over here. Oh, before I forget. I forgot, I'm sorry. There we go. That's so satisfying every time. Having a third duplicate here is going to be very helpful, especially if we want to try and tame some of these extras. Let's do that right now. Actually, let's do a critter drop off, and let's get all the plug slugs in this room so that we get some extra power generation going. There we go. And then this will be a higher priority. That gives at least all of them something to do. Plumbing's not done yet. This is driving me crazy, so I might end up going in here just to get rid of this freezing. We are going to need an Atmos suit area for this up here, so we'll probably have to do that soon. Too much liquid. Of course it's too much liquid. Alright, let's see. All this is probably 5s, yeah. Change that to a 9. This will be a 7, that way they don't mess with that. Let's come back here. I think we have the glass for this. Yeah, we do have both. It's just the priority on all this is not very high. Alright. Hopefully someone grabs that suit. And, oh, durability is only 15%. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing down here? Did we get that done? We did. Okay. Then we're gonna make all this happen as soon as everything is set up. Come on now. There we go. So this is not going to work unless we put dirt in here as well instead of just the phosphorate. So we're going to hold off on this for at least a little bit. I mean, we need, it's already in a vacuum, but we need to add dirt, right? So the only way to get that is probably from a couple beans. We've got like a sludge press we can use on the mud, and that'll turn it into dirt and water, right? Maybe that would be a good way to get that dirt, temporarily at least. And it would give them something to do. Let's see. It is under refinement. Let's do sludge press, and where should we put you? Somewhere that's pretty close. Maybe. Let's look at the temperature. We could probably put it somewhere over here. Because it's gonna produce clean water, right? So clean water and dirt, and then we would need a shipping, an auto sweeper, and a conveyor loader to pull the dirt for us, and then it would send it to this line here, because that's where all the phosphorate's going, right? Somewhere like right here would be good, I think. Where's that line at? It's up here. Okay. Lead, iron, steel. Okay, we don't have any copper right now. All this is done. Did we turn this to the right? No, we did not. Come back here. Let's make some more copper. You can never have enough. So not being able to use these yet is kind of a bummer, but we just need to wait until we're capable of providing dirt into the same conveyor chute. Alright, how are they doing over here? Did we build? Okay, we did, and then we want plug, slug, plug. Okay, now wrangle. So many wrangling things needed. I probably could just, yeah, do that. Yeah, I don't see any more. Yeah, we're gonna need probably more cobalt. I'd like to create a mini backbone for this region here, make this a little bit bigger, or put them up here. Actually, let's do that. Let's not get them until we have a better area set up, because if we look at the room size, it's a miscellaneous room, and that's not fun. So we're just gonna make our own. Let's go with we want to, probably longer would be better. Man, that save is so long, and it only gets worse. All right, so this is 96 right here. And then what we're gonna do is have all of those right there, all these right here. Probably want some sort of breathability inside of that. All right, and then we want a pneumatic door. Let's throw you here. Never made a plug slug. One of these farms before. Not farm, but stable. We're gonna do furniture. No, not furniture. Stations. Grooming station. And then we need to have critter feeder. And then on top of that, we want conductive wire. It might be better to do the other one, the heavy watt, but we don't have a ton of that right now, because they just used it for both of these. So we'll just make more. Food poisoning. Oh, they're all covered in germs. Okay, well. We're not washing our hands, are we? Huh? Okay, interesting. How about you move here and then use the hand sanitizer? There we go. And then... where did they get all these germs from? And then we'll just clean up all of that. I think there was something that they could eat for food poisoning. What was that? It was a curative tablet? Yeah. I think we have some. Yeah, we have a bunch right here. Alright, let's go back over here and make sure everything's going well. It should be. Yeah, we have a lot of plug slugs, so let's see, how much do they bring? I don't remember. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, that's going well. How's this looking in here? Alright, so we need to change the way this is. So we cut this here. So we go over, up and around and around, down, over, maybe? We need to change this a little bit, I think. Go down, and then let's cut the pipes. Oop, wrong button. We'll go up, down. Oh yeah, this looks great. Alright, so we're gonna go in this way. Back in that one. There we go. Down, over, down. Well, let's see, if we go up and over, and we just want this to look right, so if we go over and down, then it won't work. So what we need to do is change this to the other direction, I think. Please forgive my non-correct use of the tool. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not utilizing every single bit. I probably could if I go over and up and then around and around and around and then follow that up and down and over. Okay, never mind. Changing it up again. Alright, so we're gonna go... It's gotta change just a smidge, down and up and over. Okay, so this is not how we're going to utilize it. We're going to go like this in some capacity. So we go over and around, down, right, over, and then down here maybe? Yeah. My gosh, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so up, over, down, and around, all the way on the lower level. Then we go in this direction. No. No, 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 no. We already have it there. So we go up and down. There we go. Okay. Now, my gosh, this is the worst. I'm so sorry I'm putting everyone through this. There we go. We did it. Okay, so now what's going to happen is this entire loop is going to fill with oxygen. That was probably very painful, and I'm so sorry. So if we look at it now, it's going to pump in all this extra oxygen. Right? Now let's look at the room overlay. Okay, so we have a luxury barracks, which is good, right? We have our extra power generation. To turn this into a great hall, we cannot have industrial machinery, which I believe some of that does count for that. But we at least have both of those bonuses, right? That's good. So +2, +2, that's +4 morale, right? We want to try and get that achievement, and that's to have a duplicate in space for 10 cycles with a higher morale of 25. So it's easier to do that when you have all of the different rooms. So we will probably set up the other one to be a great hall if we can afford it. Yeah, this is industrial machinery, so that's why this counts. So what we could do is move this over here and then put a door here instead. And then maybe put some sort of, let's see, let's do, what am I thinking of here? Furniture. And a sculpting block, like that. Maybe some trim on the roof. And then we'll put a door here. Let's deconstruct this one, and then they will move it over there. And this will be barbecue again, and then this will be copy settings, put the plastic here, and then we will change all the priority of this stuff to a 9. And then we need a door right there. This should be good. I think so. I know that someone has a better idea for all this stuff, and I apologize if it doesn't look the best. This is probably gonna bother me forever, so we're gonna fix that and then throw another one of those over there. Right now, do we get our? We have a mess hall, which is better than a no mess hall. Yeah, that'll work. I'll take it. We've got so much morale. So we've got 2, 5, 7 extra morale for the duplicate in here. I think that'll work. All right. So in order to get more barbecue, we need to change some settings because we have 3 kilograms on here instead of more than that. So what we're going to do is turn it all off and then do, I don't know, 20. There we go. That will allow them to fill up our rocket with more barbecue. See, we're at 7,400 barbecue, right? Let's see, what is the best? So if I don't want to have edible barbecue. There we go. I don't know why it's all sitting there. You're gonna take that barbecue to go out there to eat it. Rude. All right, how are we doing over here? They haven't done any of that because we've made this our priority. We do need to make all this our priority, though. That way we get more and more. Piping should be close to finished. Yeah, it's just this at the top. All that is done down there. And what we're doing is we're prepping the mini backbone that we want. Since this is going to be the region specifically for plug slugs. And then we'll have a wire going behind that. And then the wire will be where we start our mini little backbone for power. We might just do it on top of it. Might be the easiest way to do that. You know what, don't break that until we actually need to. Alright. There we go. Want some decoration up in here. I mean, I don't think it's going to change it to a great hall, but because you need a recreation building. But you know what? It sure looks nicer with that there. Boom. I wonder, does that help radiation blockage? A little bit. No. No. Doesn't do anything. That's okay. Oh, we can change this from plastic to basic radiation pill. Perfect. Now that we have all these different morale bonuses, and then we can use, so like I said, that's 3. Oh wait, by doing that, that made it into a regular barracks, because, wait, why is that just a regular barracks now? 12 tiles. This is 12. Now it's not a luxury barracks, what the heck? We need a decoration item, which this should count as a decoration item. Does it not? Oh my goodness. Okay, well. Changing up once again. Let's see, do we throw a plant in here? Maybe we do that. We'll throw a hanging pot, an arrow pot. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Maybe that'll be what we need. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, all that got done. Let's do plug slugs and plug sluglets. And then we do... Now we can get rid of all this. We need, for the power, we're going to do 1 heavy watt conductive plate that goes here. And then we want some batteries, which we will add once these are done. Oh, we need them engineered for that. Okay, so we're going to have to use the other one for now. Just a regular heavy watt joint plate. And that's fine. We'll use less materials this way anyways. Okay. Let's turn all that to a 9. Oh, another blueprint. Water. We don't have as much water on this one, so I'm okay with that. Okay, so now that that is set, we need some power. So like 1, 2, 3. Now we'll need that for... Let's see, we need just some transformers. Let's see, I don't think... Well, maybe it would be good to throw this over here for everything on the line out there. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Key up some more of that, and then we were going to go back here Now it's a luxury barracks again. This is totally bizarre. Okay, they're gonna build. We only need 15 kilograms. That's 15 cycles worth, as long as they don't have bottomless stomach. We have radiation pills, we have oxalate, we have extra oxalate, and we have more plastic in here. There we go. No, they took out some. They didn't put stuff in. My goodness. Alright, how is this coming over here? We need... change that to a 9. Okay, that was done. They got out all that obsidian. We want the crude oil to come here. Just a small bit of automate. No, we don't need that. We can just cut the pipe. If we're ready. When we're ready. And then over here, this is where the magic is going to happen. At some point, that is. Alright, so how is everything looking over here? We have malts that we can turn into lime if we want to. Everybody's running. Alright, we have 6, 5, and 6. Okay. We could probably... yeah, let's throw the glossy ones in there. There we go. Alright, we need some water. This is getting lower and lower by the minute. But that's okay. We want a bottle emptier here. That way we can keep throwing the brine and the salt water in there. Just the buildings. I think there's pipes under this. There we go. Should be helpful to keep it like that. Oh, okay, that's fine. Alright, how's our rocket looking? Turn that into a 9. Yeah? Yeah. There we go. Now what plant? We have a mallow right there. Now, luxury barracks. We have a mallow seed right there, so that's fine. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So now that this is all pretty much set up, once the arrow pot is completely filled up, we can send our duplicate on a mission once he has more food. Alright, you know what we need to do? That's what we need to do. If they're going to keep taking barbecue in and out of there, we need to turn that off. And then here... okay, we don't have a ton. We could change this to surf and turf. There we go. That's why they were running out, because everybody wanted to have some. Got it. Okay. Surf and turf. We were running out of barbecue. Who's trapped? Okay. Well, alright, well, I guess we're just gonna do that. And then... Really? You couldn't just build it from where you were? I'll tell ya. I feel like there's a constant struggle right there. Alright, let's mop all of that up. Oh, really? You're just gonna let all that drip all the way down here? Yikesers. Yeah, let's get all of that before it gets too much liquid. Rude. Alright, all that should be good to go. We can get rid of these. I still plan on doing something with this volcano, whether it's just to get the igneous rock or whatever else we want to do with it. But we need to get that crude oil. And how is that doing, actually? Okay, pump is being made. Pump is attached. Do not attach the water yet. All this is not being made. Okay. This is the highest priority. That needs to get done like yesterday. Probably should change that battery to a smart battery because it doesn't lose as much charge. Like if it's idle, it doesn't lose as much charge. But let's see, power, we want heavy watt wire. Oh, didn't want to do that. Power, heavy watt wire, making it out of that. I wanted to change the priority down and all the way over. The other thing to do would be to harness the hydrogen that they burp. So that's next in line for the power generation, but we'll have to wait for that until we are set. We go up and over. There we go. So this is going to be our mini power spine. Alright, let's wrangle these. And then not have them go here. We want them all here instead. You get a wrangle, and you get a wrangle. Alright, how's this looking? What do we got? We have... It's... Okay. Rotten barbecue. Let's, sweep that. Yeah, no. We need to put that here. Hopefully someone will grab it. Man, alright, so let's see, can we... I think that's what they're doing. I think that's... Grab it. And... Yay, alright. Now that that's done. Or not. I thought that's why they went in there. That's fine. Alright, so what we've been working on is setting up the rocket in a way that we can get this achievement. I'm going to show it right now. I've mentioned it already. We're working on 2 achievements at the same time. It's moral high ground, having a morale of 25 or higher for 10 cycles while they're in a rocket, right? in space, in a rocket in space. So it has to be in space. You can't just do it while it's in the rocket platform. So once we have the rot pile moved out of the area, we will be changing to the crew only, and we will lift off again. And that will be exactly what we need. All right. Oh, we can sweep all of this now. Let's do that. And then this will be brine and salt water, and sweep all of this. Good. Okay. And then, come on, someone take the rotten barbecue. Let's see. Can it actually be, like, we have rot pile, but it doesn't say anything else. Can we just sweep it and move it out of here? Somebody. Yeah, it's already made. We're good in that regard. Okay, so this is what we wanted to do earlier. We wanted to cut this. And then get all this material back. Because that was way too extra, going up and around and down and over. Okay, nobody's touching it. Okay, so if we aren't gonna do that, then we can just launch. It's fine. Crew. There we go. All right, we're in here, and we've got grounded, and then we want to change this to, we're going back out into space. Let's go back here. Let's click on the rocket. Let's begin a launch sequence. Oh yeah. And away we go. And immediately, right in there. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna let the suit oxygen go, so that way we can stay up here longer. So I'm gonna let it go as long as we can inside the suit, and then we will take them out of the suit. Everything looks really good, oxygen wise, water wise, Jeremy wise, decoration wise. Let's see, 32 morale. That's awesome. But it is that time, everyone. I hope this has been very helpful in anybody else trying to create the perfect rocket. Mine is definitely not perfect, but I know that there's a lot of work to be done ahead of time. So please let me know how I'm doing. Please provide some feedback in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.